This is my Only Pass account, where I'm only allowed to buy the Brawl Pass and the Pro Pass with the goal of reaching 100,000 trophies to find out just how much you can progress by buying the best value item in Brawl Stars. In the last episode, I reached 25,000 trophies. However, I failed to reach Legendary by my deadline. This video though, that will change. But I also want to get my first Prestige 2 on this account, and it might just be with a brawler you would not expect. We start on day 103, where we were playing some Spike. I didn't have a star power on him, however, I did have gadgets. His gadget Buffy with a stun is pretty darn great for assassins, however, I didn't have that, and so after a couple of games, I decided to buy it with the key, Gadget Buffy. And it did a ton of damage, but I hit the gadget. But it wasn't quite the auto win button that I remember. How? I hit him with a gadget again, bro. Did that get nerfed? I think it got nerfed. I'm not sure. But it came in super clutch for the next game. Things were going good, but I figured if I was going to push Spike, I wanted a star power as well. So I collected some rewards and picked one up. Get a little star power action. Yeah. Now I got a star power. I pushed up past 700 trophies when my friends had to leave, so I just jumped over to rank because I need to get that going as well. If I win, I play again. If I lose, that's it, done, end of story. In the first game, my random went with Barry, first pick in safe zone, which I guess could be worse, but I didn't really love it either. But with the other team picking 2 spawners in a row, it didn't feel right to go with Crow because he kind of struggles into that, so I went with Colt. Well done, Chuck. Like, we just got to hold them off while Chuck does Chuck things. The second round started off hot, and while I wasn't a fan of the Barry pick at first, he honestly worked it out as we all took the Chuck Express train to victory. Okay, good. The next game though, I was eyeing Crow. Just a good solid choice. Of course they pick Crow. Of course he picks Crow. Guess I can just play a Colt again. The game was pretty passive for a lot of it, but we found our spots and we took advantage. Wow, that was big. However, the next game did not go our way. Bad super. Oh, dude, no, I failed so bad. I failed so bad. And then in the final match, we were neck and neck to the very end. No, we can't get it. Darn it. What was the problem there? Like, I felt like I did fine. But that was a loss, so I had to stop there. So I just hopped back over to Spike because I figured I might as well finish that push off. Unfortunately, we were playing over 1,000 trophies and the games were kind of back and forth with me not being able to do much, not being maxed out. So when all else fails, you just go back to your favorite brawler. Now the games weren't like amazing, but we were gaining, and at the end of the day, I had a little over 1,200 trophies on Crow. So I've got a question for you. Have you ever dealt with server lag, high ping, or stability and disconnects? Yeah, I think we all have. Well, today's sponsor, Exit Lag, has a new tool built for the mobile community to combat just this issue. There are some pros and cons though. Let me tell you all about it. The first pro is that you only have to click one button in the app, enter the game, and your ping will be better. But it's not just ping though, it's stability. It can take care of lag spikes, packet losses, and just random disconnects as well. It's nice that it runs in the background so you just don't even have to think about it. You fire it up, enter your game, and you have a better connection. The best part though is that you can try it out for free right now by clicking the link in the description. And then if you like it, you can use coupon code LEX to get 15% off of your subscription. And if not, well then just cancel it. It's worth trying. But there is one big con though. If you lose, you can't blame it on lag anymore, which I tend to use that one a lot. It works on over 1,300 titles. Ones like Roblox, Brawl Stars, PUBG, Fortnite, COD Mobile, and even Minecraft on mobile. So go check out the free trial right now in the link below and use code LEX to get a nice discount. You literally have nothing to lose, except for lag. It's a win-win. Big thanks to Exit Lag for sponsoring today's video. The next day was the start of the Nori challenge, and while in the last video I didn't even play the Bolt challenge, this one is for a legendary brawler, which would be huge for my account, so I needed to play my best, and maybe hope for a little luck. And also, Brawl Stars keeps putting these cool pins in the shop. Dude, I'm like sucker for these pins, bro. This one right here is good. I'm going to buy it because I think it's fun. I feel like I could use that on my teammates a lot. But even better was in the oddity shop, because in there, oh my gosh, that Brock skin is so legit. We buy this one. This is such a good Brock skin. We go with it. I don't even know what my current Brock skin is. Gold Hacker Brock. Good skin. Not as good as this one. But it was time for the challenge, and we have to win this one. We have to. In these challenges, the early games are usually pretty easy as the pool of players is really wide. So we just rolled through our first game without even breaking a sweat. But then also sometimes you get really tough matchups just by the luck of the draw. And in our second game, we pulled Shooting Star against a Masters and a Legendary player. However, am I missing something? Yeah, no, I was not missing something. I just kind of played footsies with the Nani the whole time while Bo and Rosa just sold on the other side. That Rosa, I don't know what you're doing with Rosa, and the Bo sold the entire time. Whatever. Here we go. First Nori box, please. I mean, I didn't expect it the first box. After that, Andy had to go do something. Probably poop. And so while we were waiting, I predicted the BSC on teams I didn't really even know. Acre lovers? You know, I'd like to have some land. Pizza. It says pizza. I wondered about the video tab. I showed off my custom golf balls, and I just kind of rambled about. Like, literally, we waited so freaking long.
346 minutes later.
Finally, though, we got in another game and trapped the other team and spawned really fast. Then back in Sneaky Fields where we saw our first Nori. And we beat our first Nori, which meant I got another chance to pull him. All right, here's my Nori after this. It's not a second. We won another and then actually lost our first match against a Nori that played really well. Nori's kind of OP. Then I went full stars in bounty as I was repping that new Brock skin that I just picked up. So good. It's such a good skin. This is the one, fellas. Right, not here. We steamrolled a couple more games, picked up another Nori box that contained nothing but air, and then the next match, I got totally taken off guard by just the sheer damage that 8-Bit was putting out. Oh my gosh. Dude, what the freak? The bouncing. My God, I didn't even... This was like the worst crow play of all time. Not kidding. That was just pathetic. It was pathetic. I couldn't decide which way to jump. I couldn't decide which... I got... Bro, I don't even know. I'm good with Crow. That was a bad moment. Then we dominated in Hard Rock where I had another chance to pull the new Brawler. All right, here's my Noris. Are you kidding me? Brother! Oh my gosh. Yo! What's up, fellas? What's up, my boys? And with that, the challenge was over for me. Got to work it out, though, for the boys. They got to get their Nori as well. So we rolled through the rest of our tickets, winning almost every game and putting the boys in a good position to get their Nori as well. But to finish it off, we had to wait for more tickets. I really wish they would just give us all the tickets at once, like they did that one time. That was so much better. And of course, I wanted to level up Nori as far as I could, which turned out to be not that far. Then after playing some quests where I pulled off a nice 2v1 in Showdown. Oh my God! Come on now, boys! I collected a bunch of rewards. 10,000 power points. Oh, gadget, nice. But I still needed more rewards, so I played some more Duo Showdown where this Spike thought that he'd give me the old clown pin. And I took that personally. Where's the clown pin now, buddy? What about now, buddy? What about now? I was being toxic, but he started it. I just finished it. And playing Duo Showdown with a Bolt is kind of weird. It's like you have a teammate, but not really, because as soon as the game starts, he just kind of rolls away. But as the game gets closer to the end, you start to feel his presence. All those cubes, it's a good time. I don't even think he can be beat, dude. I don't think Bolt can be beat. Like... And with that, I completed my quest, which meant more rewards for Nori getting leveled up even better. Power 9. And even with no star powers, gadgets, or gears, Nori was working. Like, really working. I'm getting a little bit of a hang of it here. Dude, this brawler's really fun. He's really fun, dude. He's really freaking fun. I went ahead and got Nori past the bot stage when I noticed there were some side quests for Noris to get that cool skin. And I needed that one. So I played just with bots and I got me up this far. So if I get to 300, I'll get one more point and then win 2 battles with Nori, but you have to be at power level 11. And I did not have the resources to do that. So if I wanted the skin, I had to level him up, which was fine because he was so good anyways, but that meant I had some work to do. But maybe, just maybe, there was something in the shop that would help me get it. So yeah, there's nothing I can get. I can't get power points, but I can put in code Lex. You know what? And you should too. But with nothing in the shop, that meant that we were going to have to earn it. Now, the only quests that I could complete were ranked quests. The very first game was my favorite map. And I hate this map. I freaking hate this map. And our picks were equally as horrible. Nah, we're screwed. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. And our entire team comp was just kind of too weak and they just ran us down the entire game. Why do you first pick Tick? And why are you going after me, bro? What, like, no, dude. Plain and simple, we were getting spanked, which actually reminds me of the last time I got spanked as a kid. The year was 1989. I was in 6th grade, and I was always a bit mischievous as a kid, and I had gotten 3 days of after-school detention for being a troublemaker in class, as you do. But the thing was, I didn't want to go to detention. I went one time, and yeah, it sucked. So when the school bell rang and it was time for me to head to detention, I just decided to just not go. So I grabbed my backpack and I was walking through the quad at my middle school when I walked past the classroom where detention was being held. Inside the classroom, there were all the other kids just sitting there, but not me. I was carefree. Then from the big glass window, the teacher walked over and looked out the window and saw me. She was pointing at me and making hand motions, trying to tell me that I was supposed to be in there in detention as well. And she did not look happy. So I did what any reasonable kid would do. I turned around, dropped my pants, and I mooned her and the entire class. The look on her face was pure shock. However, my fellow troublemakers that were in detention, they were laughing, and that was kind of priceless. Except there was going to be a price to be paid. The next day when I got to school, over the PA, the principal came on, and for the entire school to hear, he said my name and that I had to come to his office. My time of reckoning had come. I walked into the principal's office and he just asked me if I mooned the teacher, and I admitted to it, and then got suspended for 5 days. So I walked home to face the music. When I got there, my mom asked what happened. And then she pulled out a belt, bent me over her dresser, and spanked the heck out of me. However, I refused to cry. I was not going to let her win. She kept swinging, but I would not break. Finally, I guess she realized that I was not going to burst out in tears, so she just stopped. And that was the last time that I ever got spanked. So, pro tip, don't moon your teachers. It does not end well. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, ranked. I got into a heist game on Kaboom when I saw something that left me speechless. What? What? This is the first time I've ever seen Rosa picked on this map, ever. And to be honest, I was expecting just a complete disaster. But then, Rosa has made a thing in the center. And that's game. Okay, finally, we did a thing. You know what, Rosa? I guess it kind of worked. 16-5, I shut my mouth, dude. After a few more games back and forth, I had enough of the quest done to get the power points and push Nori to power level 11, which meant that I could actually start to finish off Nori's side quests and get that cool skin. Wait, I have him at power level 11. Or so I thought, because I picked him and rolled through a game and, yeah, no credit towards the quest. Why? I don't get it. Win 2 battles with Nori at power level 11. Isn't that what that means? Am I just stupid? Don't answer that question. But as it turns out, it was just the first game, because after a couple more, I went back and looked and yes, okay. I don't know why that first game didn't count. Like, it didn't register that I was power 11. However, even with that quest done, I still had to push Nori to 1,000 trophies to even get the skin. But I had gotten enough XP to finish off the pass and collect this. But a legendary. More importantly, what do we get? Be something good. Glowy? We got Glowbert? Nice. Nice. So I had sunk everything that I had, everything, into getting that Nori skin, and I still couldn't get it. And there's some guy named Jerk in it on my freaking... When I logged in the next day, there was a new heist map up. And I got to thinking, maybe I could just take my Nori and make my way up the map really fast and just well away on the safe. And even though I had no gadgets, no gears, or star powers, literally my strategy was just to make my way up the map and put non-stop pressure on the other team. No defense, just pure aggression. And honestly, it was working out. So I figured I might as well push Nori with this very simple strategy. My friend Koala had his bolt at 800 trophies, so despite my lack of extra abilities, we rolled and fished our way to almost 600 trophies when I realized that I had some extra rewards. I would like coins. That is not coins. Coins, 1,000. I'm gonna get a gadget, damage gear. Now that helped out for sure, and a few games later, Koala got his prestige and swapped brawlers. Okay, I guess we're going for Prestige 2. I don't think this is a great play. Now, this meant that we were going to be playing above Prestige 1, and the games would definitely be tougher. And they were, but that still wouldn't stop us as we kept the ball rolling and cruised to another Prestige. Yes, wait, we got it. Dude, this brawler is freaking cracked. There's my Prestige. Let's go. The Katana Kid. Easy. Easy. Now, this was such an easy push that maybe, just maybe I repeat that for my first Prestige 2. But I do have another goal that I haven't forgotten, and that's to get to Legendary. So me and Kobe hopped into some ranked. The first game was on a Great Crow map, where somehow Crow lasted till the last pick. I'm in the Matrix! I'm in the Matrix! I'm Neo! But the fun didn't last long as Bolt just rolled us over in the next game and we took the huge L. Yeah, dude, like, what do you do against this brawler? Dude, I can't kill him. I can't kill him! I can't kill him! And that was my fault, dude. I failed. So instead of playing more rank, I just finished off the day with some quests. Oh yeah, I forgot to also claim, I did all that work and I didn't even claim the cool skin. So I had these 3 quests for this food fight mode and I did not want to play it. But also I wanted the XP. Why do they force this? I mean, I guess they're not forcing me to play it, but it feels like I should. And then proceeded to lose against bots. No, I couldn't stop it, dude. I couldn't stop. Like how do we... Literally, I lost against bots because my teammates were absolutely clueless. You know how infuriating this is? And then after 3 wins, I literally could not take it anymore. I'm not going to play this game anymore. Done. I am done with that game mode because this game mode sucks. I wanted to play with some of my friends because Brawl is always more fun to play with your friends. But, no friends were on. So I decided just to roll solo and backyard bowl with Spike. I had some pretty decent teammates, but I also had Shellys like this. What is our Shelly doing? Bro, she's literally just sitting here. And you finally come out. She finally comes out and this is what she does. Bro, are you kidding me right now? This is 2v3. Me and Gus are winning this 2v3. Good job, Shelly. But I kept rolling along and I found myself one more game for my solo 1K. Let's go. 1K. Prestige 1. Now I was still ready to play some more. But, yeah, I have no friends. I've been playing for an hour and a half and 0 friends have come on. I needed to make some progress towards Legendary because the season would be ending soon. I hadn't even played at all that day, but what the heck, I went straight into Ranked. And it did not end well. Our Clancy, he decided just to run straight to the center every time and try to be the gem carrier, I guess, which pushed me off to the side, and it's pretty tough to break through a Sirius and a Rico on both sides. And Nova, well, she just never got it going. All in all, we just kind of got rolled, but we brought it back in the second one where I got to play Crow, and our Doug and Chester actually did a great job. The third game, I was eyeing Crow again because I really didn't have much choice. On the screen right now are the only brawlers that I can choose from. This is it. This is it. But then Crow got picked, so I went with Nita, which is almost always a fine choice. Just a good all-around brawler. I pushed left, got a quick couple kills, and then an easy goal. Then huge hypers from Brock and Edgar cleared the way for another goal. The next game, I got easy position once again, which led to another early goal. And another couple hypers and supers from my team finished it off. These dubs. The next match, Brawl Ball again, but this time I got Crow. However, the other team got some aggressive picks in there, so my teammate picked a nice Chester, and we honestly had a decent team. I had a nice defensive play countering their hypercharges, and then in overtime made a play to win the game. There we go. However, in the next one, Griff came in hard, cycling supers, and won it for him. So in the third match, we needed this one, and it was a tight game with like no real opportunities, but we held them off, and then Chester had a clutch hyper to win the game. Good job, good job. And with that, I ended the tilt and got back to Mythic 3. For now. Then Koala invited me in because he just needed a couple games to Prestige 2 Sirius, which got me thinking, maybe I should just Prestige Crow too. But first things first, 2 wins for Prestige for Koala. Oh my gosh. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it. Koala get his Prestige too? He did. So then I had to make a decision on my Prestige 2. Nori or Crow? Crow is my favorite brawler, but Nori would be an easy push and heist. What to choose? Crow or Nori? Nori or Crow? I mean, who am I kidding? You know I'm going to be going with Crow.
Oh my god, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh my gosh.
So we got started on the push for P2. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The games were tough, but we slowly kept going up before calling it a day at 1,423 trophies. I still had a long push to get Crow to Prestige 2, and I still had a rank to go to get my Legendary, and I was running out of time, and started thinking both of them are hard to do, but I want both of them. Was I stupid for saying that I'm going to do both of them? But I was closer to the Legendary milestone, so I decided to go for that first. But before that, I had to update the game to fix the stupid invite bug where you just couldn't invite anybody. And while I was waiting, we'll just read a review real quick. This one's got 3 mad faces. This game is so bad, do not trust the others. It puts you with better people than you and expects you to win. I mean, it does do that. It doesn't even give you underdog when you play ranked. Well, I mean, it's ranked. It's a terrible game, and I hope you don't download it. Why put us with people who are bad so we can lose? Yeah, I feel that one, dude. That one I feel. That's a terrible concept, Supercell. This game is terrible. Understandable crash out. With that update, it fixed the invite bug, and Kobe wanted to play some ranked, which was perfect because that's what I was gonna do anyway. So we jumped in, and we lost badly. And I went back to Mythic 2. But then Yapper Jr. wanted to play too, so now we had a full team, which was going to make things much easier. Back to Mythic 3. We kept rolling along and mainly winning. Now, it was a bit tough because I had the last pick in the matches, but I didn't have very many brawlers to pick from, so I couldn't really counterpick the other team. But with the power of friendship, we kept moving up. And after some good games, I found myself 1 game from Legendary. And it was on a map that I had, well, let's just say some strong feelings about. I hate this map so bad. I hate this map. I hate this map. I hate this map. I hate this freaking map, bro. I hate it. 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 And as luck would have it, right after the game started, Jake lost connection and turned into a bot. Did the bot play better than Jake? Answer in the comments. By the time he came back, we were at a deficit, but we kept battling. Well, we managed to come back somehow, some way, and get that. And we made it to Legendary. And with that, goal 1 was complete. There's the Legendary. Okay, with only like 12 brawlers or so to choose from, now I just needed Prestige 2 with Crow. But before that, I decided to spend some gems for 2 mecha boxes on the tail end rewards. Oh, we're gonna splash out, fellas. We're getting 2 mecha boxes as a reward. What do we get? Something amazing. We got Jack Diddley Squat out of the first one. Maybe we get something out of this one, though. Nope, we're not going to get Squat. Bro, what kind of reward was that for nothing? The Brawl Ball map that was up wasn't horrible for Crow, so we just charged in. Come on now, what a play! Let's go, boys! Get juked! Get juked! That was a good play. Ooh, one more game. One more game. And just like in baseball, if you're throwing a perfect game, you don't mention it. You do not talk about it. You shouldn't have said anything. You're jinxing it. You guys are jinxing it. But of course, Jake just had to mention that we had one more game to Prestige 2. And as it turns out, yes, he did indeed jinx it. Nah! And now, see, I told you they jinxed it. You're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to talk about it. So now we had 2 more games to go. When we won, they didn't say anything about it. So now we can actually win. And naturally, in the last game, I faced off against OJ. We're just gonna say it's the real OJ. Definitely not the real OJ. OJ does not play half as good as this Mortis is. I don't get the score. OJ, where are you at? It's not going to be the real OJ, but here comes Prestige 2. And now Crow, Prestige 2, and Legendary all in the same night. That's what we get. Yeah, look at my boy swirling in there in his white Crow skin. Best Crow skin. And with that, I have reached both of my goals for this video, but how is this account stacking up to my free-to-play progress at the same time? Well, after 111 days on my free-to-play, I had 32 brawlers and 21,000 trophies. On this account, I have 76 brawlers, but I mean only 27,000 trophies. But I do have legendary and ranked, so I'm already far up ahead. And the gap, honestly, should continue to get wider and wider because in the next video, I got some big goals. Stay tuned for that one.